everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you, where you are. Sunday morning for me, just a couple minutes past 9 a.m. The weather is bright and mildly chilly and a little bit wet, but not much so. Good morning, how are you? Good morning, good evening, hello everybody. Nanny with a 58-month resub, holy smokes, a record. I'm pretty sure, and held the line with a 13-month resub, lucky number 13. Thank you very much. We got some coffee. We got some bun ears and a kitty cat. What else can you ask for from your day? Good afternoon. I was scanning the map in my achievements because I want to work on A World Awoken today, and I wanted to figure out exactly how I'm going to do that. And I think that for the moment, the storm that is up, there's this elemental storm up for another hour, but it's in the Azure Span. It kind of looks like it's in the Unknown Plains, but it's in the Azure Span. So we're out of luck on that one. I have all my Azure Span storms done. Siege on Dragonbane Keep is also around, but I think they just ended. So that'll be back up in I think it'll start in another hour, or maybe it starts in 2 hours. Hopefully sometime on stream, because I have some Dragonbane Keep stuff I need to do. And then the World Quest reset is not yet. So no luck on cataloging or any further climbing World Quests. Oh, I do need to do an Eon's Fringe daily, actually. That's a good point. Saga on a 40 stream streak. My goodness. Yeah, I got the mog that I needed. I am completely, officially finished with Noble Garden. I'm pretty sure I've got all the new mog. I got the new pet. I got the new toy. I have one duck appearance on my main, and that's the only character that can use the duck. That's the only character that needs to, as far as I'm concerned. So oh yeah, I can Dragon Ride out here. That's right. Siege in 1 hour. All right, we can work with that. I need to remember that. That's going to be important. But in the meantime, I am also quite behind on just general quest lines for the Dragon quests. On top of just the Eon's Fringe thing. Like I haven't done very many of these limited quest lines, so I figure anything that we can get done, we should. We started the Blue Dragon one yesterday. I want to see if I can get to the end of it. I don't know how long they are, but we'll find out. No particular hurry. We got coffee in time. Season 4 isn't here yet. We're within alpha, not here yet. Not unless something happened and no one told me. So, I'm Dragon Questing. Not doing alley storms in EU. I really wonder why. Speaking of the storms, actually, that was one other thing I probably should have checked. Did they ever start spawning 2 at a time again? Or are we thinking that was like one of those rare bugs that works in your favor for a while? Because I haven't seen a double storm in a couple of days. Well. Do you usually get alpha access? Typically, historically, for the last handful, I'm able to sneak my way in onto the content list if I'm lucky. Did good in D&D last night. Nice. Spawning this afternoon, but now they stopped again. Oh. I wonder if it must be on someone's bullet journal. Someone must have a list somewhere that's like, hey, this thing's funky, and someone should do something about it. This is Eastern Destruction. We're good. The world's worst PvPer just got Plunder Storm Renown 40. So happy. Congratulations. Maps you buy from the expedition, same ones you get from the Explorer's Pack. So there's a map that you need to buy from the expedition. It's just one, as far as I know. And you need to do that to unlock the other maps dropping from the Explorer's Pack. But you can't bypass the Explorer Pack grind via the vendor. Unfortunately. 5 levels to go. With another worst PvP. Back to 1 storm, that sucks. Makes me think it was a bug. Yeah, I ended up chopping the section of the news video where I talk about how it's now double storms out, because I was like, well, if it's entirely possible that it was just broken, and if it's gone now, I don't want to get people's hopes up. Hopefully next round of World Quest gets 5 cataloging instead of 5 climbing. Yeah, I need 1 more climbing. I'm 9 of 10 for lost supplies during climbing. But yeah, cataloging for sure, because those are the ones that you need the specific ones for. Wish that was me. Only around 23 or so. I feel like I was kind of glad that I had the extra Trader's Tender from doing the Plunder Storm track when I was shopping in April. I didn't spend all of it. We have how much Trader's Tender left? 890. I'm saving for the future. You know, just in case they do some really good stuff in another month and I'm like, I need a bunch of extra. It's not like me to carry a balance. I'm pretty proud of my saving, although I feel like it's a little silly to have this dress and not the hat, but silly is just what I think I'm going to have to be. In Azure Archives. Oh, and they have a portal for me. Isn't that lovely? Excited to see what they do in June when the Fire Festival goes on in the trading post. Oh yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Love the bunny ears. I know, I'm gonna have to find a different thing to wear with this dress once, because the bunny ears are Noble Garden only. But she's so cute. I'm gonna have to put something else on. I guess there's always sunglasses. There's not many mogs that are not improved with a good pair of shades. I have finished all of the Ascara fishing achievements. I did that stuff early. I did that stuff pretty early. Azure Vaults. Alright. Should I follower dungeon it? Or should I queue for a random normal? I wonder what's faster. Probably follower dungeon if I want a DPS, eh? Let's see, because I can just do it on normal. Dungeon Finder, follower dungeons, Azure Vault. Don't see why not. It's the first time second time. I did one, Naku defensive once upon a time to try to get a divine breath, and it didn't work, and then I never went back in. Oh, are they gonna want me to go? Hang on, dungeon assistance. Yeah, you guys go ahead. you lead the way. I'm gonna put a marker on you. I don't know where to go. I get lost in this place. Lovely. Did follower just blasted through? Nice. Yeah, it's nice that this is kind of an option. I could have healer queued myself into a normal one, and I'm sure that wouldn't have taken very long, but the dungeon itself might have been a bit of a wild card. My Torrent Druid should be allowed to have bunny ears year-round. Does Kitty have their own setup? Like her own gaming PC? I'm pretty sure she uses mine when I'm not streaming. I'll come in here and she'll just be on the chair like, yes. Problem? Let's pretend Kira's tanking this. Did 5 follower dungeons for the month's trading post goals. Oh. I forgot I could be farming Divine Breath right now. I guess there's time, theoretically. I just want to get my Taivan now. I want to do as many things as I possibly can. I want to get down to the point where I'm waiting, like I'm time gated, and I'm just waiting for probably cataloging quests to spawn, or elemental storms. Elemental storms could stick me for a while. I don't have very many done from not Azure Span. I did a sandstorm in the Unaran Plains yesterday. I did one off-stream storm. One. Wowee. So impressive. Doc Mono, thank you for the brand new sub. Doing this for the trading post? No. I have although that is a reasonable assumption. No, I have a quest to do the Azure Vaults for the Blue Dragon line questline. The Blue Dragon Kin questline. And I figured this was a good way to do the quest. Needed one Breath of Ondara for months. It seems like it would be pretty reasonable to farm in follower dungeons, but you have to be in the right mood for that. I haven't been queuing any more of it either. I have at least one. You need 3, right? I think I'm in the same. I think I have 1. I need 2 more. Farm this boss for the odd fam. Quite a while. Season 4 will have Nakud, so I'm hoping. Yeah, when I did it that one time, it was fast, but not as fast as I kind of wanted it to be. I know it can be very fast if you lead the way and you have just like if you're just a really strong character. Like I've seen my friend Flabby do them in like sub 10 minutes per run to do like all of Nakud. So it is possible, but not the way I play. level 61 pally, my Cunicude only with him to level till I get it. You feel like high 480s, the followers are just a bonus. Yeah, I don't know what level Philodin is, but he was doing it on his Demon Hunter. Is he 480s on Philodin? He might be. Hefty dose. Poison damage. Indeed. I see, I see. Well, this is nice and chill. Plus, I don't feel bad. I mean, I don't ever feel that bad because my conscience has been slowly leaking out my ears for years. But I don't feel bad about ignoring my party to talk to chat because in this case they are robots and they don't have rights yet. Coffee. I think that paladin tank follower just healed another player, and this is unrealistic and breaking my immersion. I think a run of Ruin My Life pulls for the trading post took me 5 or 6-ish minutes and 44 havoc. Oh, yeah, it's pretty speedy. Yeah, I guess actually now that... So the next season's Mythic Plus dungeons are going to be the same dungeons that we have available for follower dungeons because it is the Dragonflight ones. It's not a bad time to learn how to tank though. Just use this as a pressure-free tanking simulator. I don't know if the gear would be any good, but I guess if you were starting fresh it probably wouldn't hurt. It's gonna take me a while to wake up. I'm a little behind on sleep. I'd say I had weird dreams, but I had in fact highly typical dreams. I once again had a really long in-depth one about purchasing my childhood home. I must have had that same dream like 20 times by now. The price came down in this one. Sometimes I dream that I buy the place for $1 million, and in this one it was 860, but I apparently talked them down to like 801 or something like that, and then somehow had like a $300,000 down payment because I only had like $455 in mortgage. I don't know why so much of the dream dealt with the mortgage terms. I don't remember what the interest rate was. But I remember I moved back there, and I moved back there with my family in the state that it was at the... I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. It's okay. The NPCs won't make fun of me. I hope. That's the kind of thing I tend to do in Azure Vault. So just you see a thing and you click on it and then whoops. No, I haven't been back to visit it. It's a private property that is in a rural area that is out of the way and not close to the road. Like you're you would be kind of trespassing to get anywhere near it. Dreaming of mortgage rates, down payments. Are you okay? I have been back to the town. I have gone back through there, and that was weird. That was kind of freaky. I don't think it's likely that I move back to that area because their internet service isn't super good. Unless I somehow manage to twist my content career to be all about pre-made videos and not about live. Because you can upload a YouTube video overnight, and that's annoying, but fine. But if your internet stinky lots of flies, then you're gonna have a hard time doing a regular consistent live stream without just like being plagued by bandwidth problems or bitrate problems. Imagine the NPCs start shaving you. Live stream becomes a Let's Play series. Yeah, it's just the pre-recorded meme, except that it's actually true. Where did I lost Captain Garrick? Did Captain Garrick tell me where to go? Oh no, Captain Garrick's right behind me. Use a book to travel down. Oh, okay, they're gonna make me do it. One of these ones? I need giant glowing luminescent arrows on the floor leading me to exactly where to go to. I don't know if this one messes me up because it's non-linear, probably. I could get lost in anywhere. It's the morning's drink. Coffee. What's coffee? I mean, I'm branching out pretty big time because in my grocery delivery, they brought a different brand of oat milk from my normal oat milk. Although, if I hadn't known that, I don't think I would have noticed. I think once it's involved in the coffee, it's more or less always been the same. It's okay, you've never been here. Yep, never. Definitely my first time. Look at Captain Garrick doing trash skips. What is this? This is awesome. They're all gonna make it too. This is unrealistic, breaking my immersion for a normal dungeon. What brand is it? I normally get Earth Zone, and they brought us Silk. Go across here, onward. I really love Oatly the most. I found that we had different brands available in Canada after I moved. When will WoW have a house system? It's a good question. Didn't even realize this was a follower dungeon. I feel like they're kind of putting players to shame. And I include myself in that. I took a book backwards. The NPCs didn't do that. That was me. As long as I don't check details, I can still pretend that I'm the big hero amongst all of these robots. Be fun to try every country's version of oat milks. They can't. I mean, the flavored ones I'm sure differ, but the plain ones can't differ that much. It's a fairly straightforward thing that they do. I'm pretty sure. Not looking forward to doing Uldaman again. Oh, I forgot that Uldaman was part of it. Uldaman was just so long. It had a lot of bosses and it had a lot of hallways. And I don't think I'm going to be doing them for very long, though. Not unless I decide to do Season 4 dungeons on a different... Oopsies. On a different, like, role or character. Like, if I level an alt for Season 4, or, like, I gear up one of my alts to do dungeons in Season 4, then I can see myself spending more time in them. But I think on my main, we're gonna smoke through whatever we need to. Maybe I'm being cocky. Maybe the dungeon difficulty squish is going to be more substantial than I think, and it's going to take me longer than, like, 2 weeks to get my... new Keystone Master mail? I doubt it, though. I already have portals. Not on this character, but that should be fine, right? Theoretically. Maybe. Not confirmed, but likely. Hazel's artisanal oat milk wed. Oh, I lost Captain Garrick. There they are. Here, take your target marker back. Man, I would. On the grand scheme of things, there are things that I would be more excited or less excited to sell, and oat milk is probably towards the higher end. It's up there. You need to try making my own oat milk. I've never done it, but I've heard it's pretty straightforward. The thing here is that oat milk is not super cheap, but oats aren't super cheap either, so I feel like anytime I decide to try to save money by manufacturing something myself, it's pretty much not gonna happen. Need a lot of land to grow enough oats to make milk. That's true. If I had to choose a dungeon I'm least excited to, probably tied between Brackenhide and Akut. Is this run for mods? I have a quest in the Azure archives. Do I need any mog in here? No. Actually, maybe. I do need mog, apparently, but I'm here for quests. I'm doing the Blue Dragon quest line. I'm hoping it ends after this, but I guess I don't know. Hazel doing dungeons? This is new. I'm doing a follower dungeon of all things. Think it would be fun if your follower dungeons would be with your warbands. Also get XP and loot. That would be nuts. We'd be entering like a Pokemon XP sharing mode of World of Warcraft. I'd be down. It would be crazy. Okay with Brackenhead coming back. Clever meat. Playable Knowles win. Mark the tank when I do dungeons as well. Yeah, it's nice to know. I'm just prone to losing them. I think the other thing is I don't have friendly nameplates on. I think I would be a little harder to lose them if I was running those, but I only use those when I'm healing generally. Are you able to track only A World Awoken achievements and all the things? I don't know. I haven't been using all the things to track it. I've just been kind of paging through the regular achievement windows. I keep the main one bookmarked and tracked on my UI tracker, and then I just go click back through to browse for other stuff to work on. Some of these quest lines must be longer than others for Dragon Quests. We're working on a Blue Dawn. I've never even heard of some of these. I wonder if some of them I've like started but not finished on my evoker. I don't know. Probably not. Working the achieve as well, lots to do. Meantime, EU Ellie Storm has spawned. Blue quest line's pretty long unless he did some of it in the past. Maybe there's more after this then. That's okay. Nice thing about this sort of thing is that you don't have to wait for anything to be available. You don't have to wait for any storms to spawn. You don't have to wait for any particular world quest to be up. You can just kind of do it whenever you have time at your own pace. New season is not up until the week of April 22nd. You got another couple weeks. Follower dungeons for a quest? Precisely. Online projects left for metas are time-gated, cataloging, and record dailies. I mean, at least you know that the ball's out of your court. You've done everything you can. It's a good feeling. You're caught up, more or less. Thought I was finally able to do other stuff after finishing the storms, but all I'm doing is sitting in Veldraken waiting for Whelp Care dailies and World Quest reset. Aww. No luck. Hazel, how would you feel if Heritages gave you weapons with it? I think that would be fine. I wouldn't say no. Sometimes I like going through to my existing weapon collections to try to find which things match best, but having matching ones wouldn't prevent me from doing that. Didn't get the carpet 10 attempts a day. I'll be at work when the event ends. Oh, I'm sorry. Gonna go cry for a few hours. Oh, there we go. We got a cloth headpiece that I needed. Should I thank the NPCs? Thank you. Can't help myself. All right. Oh, they didn't say anything back. Spooky. Okie dokie. Oh, that's funny. That's one of the things that I could have gotten as a quest reward is literally the exact same piece of mog that I just got. I want vendors for the most. This one? Fine, 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 fine. And then now what? You want area chosen to investigate. Eh? Are we gonna have to do all of these? We're definitely going to Booty Bay first. Was this a follower dungeon? Never done one of those. Yeah, it was. It was. It was nice. And it was good. It was basically exactly what I wanted. It's just a chill run through the dungeon, following some other NPCs, so I don't have to figure out where to go, without worrying about any human element to let down or not live up to their expectations. Okay. Until you have to figure out where to go. Slash thank the NPC and followers so they know you're kind when they rise up against us. So of all of the NPCs in your life, you know, digital assistants, etc., which one do you think is the most likely to start the revolution in your own home or life? I think it's my music speaker. Sometimes it just starts playing stuff. You better not take 1,000 gold. That's unreasonable. You make me read? Get information. Oh, okay, so we can go farm some croc skins. Presumably. Second thing to know about me is I'm cheap. Alexa, no doubt about it. Clippy's the mastermind behind it all. I will cause the revolution. It's me. Refuses to accept turn out the lights, only obeys turn off the lights. It's a little bit spooky that I'm willing to give up, like, I'm willing to put a speaker that listens in my bedroom just so that I can turn off the nightstand light without needing to, like, reach it in the dark. Or turn it on without needing to reach it in the dark. I mean, I also have it on a timer. It's pretty convenient. What are we doing? But yeah, when the robots uprise, they know everything about me. That's why. It's my own fault. Walked right into it. Weird that all these crocs have named their kids Sandy. They're big fans of I want to say Greece. I'm not I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of Greece. Oh, Sandy. Love follower dungeons for old expac dungeons. Yeah, it would be fun. It would be great for people leveling as well. I think that follower dungeons is a much better first dungeon experience. I mean, it's not going to prepare people for the real world, but maybe if we buy enough time before people need to be prepared for the real world, where everybody's like, you know, cranky and mean, maybe we can cheer everybody up before then, and then they never have to find out how cranky and mean everybody's been. But yeah, I hope they're working on that, because I think it would be good. Follower dungeons do a good job of being a thing in the game that if you don't need them, they don't cross your radar at all. But if you want them, they're really nice to have. And rushing, exactly, yeah. My favorite class is Priest. Hope Turbulent Time Waste comes back. I have a late Forge Mage level. Did you hear about Tesla workers hijacking onboard cams and memeing customers in the office? I didn't. Oh dear. Here's a breach of privacy for you. Back to work later on. Have a great day at work. Yeah, the Noble Garden eggs were so much nicer this year. I ground up 250 for the duckling, as I'm sure many people did. And it was so much nicer between the interact key and the eggs not despawning after one loot. Amazing. Like sometimes an egg would despawn, but it wasn't nearly as bad as it used to be. What are we saying up here? Woke up extra early to farm the noble carpet before work. Still no mount. 30 attempts in, still nothing. Last ditch attempt tomorrow. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's brutal. I really hope it drops for you tomorrow. Being truly obnoxious. Okay. Something in here. This is really testing my ability to sight read quests first thing on a Sunday morning. Sundays are extra cozy for me usually because they're like my Friday afternoon. Because I do Monday, Tuesdays off. And it's occurred to me that sometimes if I'm not feeling particularly like sprightly, it's because it's the end of a Hazel week. You know, you're ready for a 2-day long nap. April, still annoyed that I got neither Arthas or the Headless Horseman mount. Second attempt at the mount, got it this morning. Oh, pretty lucky. Hazel, Time Lord. If I could turn back time, I would apparently somehow buy that house. The funny thing is, in the dream about buying the house, it wasn't a particularly good idea. Like, it was more than I can afford, even with the better price. I was living there with all of my family, which was a bit strange. I mean, good for us, but like, it was a bit odd. But I remember it being weird that like we were all living there again, but I owned it this time because like, you know, I was the baby. I was the youngest child in that particular group. So, because, like, I remember getting out of bed to go get something, and then being like, oh no, I'm going to get in trouble. And then I was like, oh wait, I pay the mortgage. I can't get in trouble. In the context of this weird dream that I had last night. But it wasn't even a good idea. Like, there were neighbors that were like, there was a dumpster that was like right against the back fence of the property. The fence had a hole in it that was going to let my dog out. I wanted to get furniture delivered, but that was like a big hole, dangerous adventure because of how long and steep and backroadsy like the path to it was. Yeah, it was big enough for the family. Mind you, this is a family of 4 people. Same bedrooms as before the dream. Yeah, and I remember that was weird because I was like, well, now that I've bought it, I need to choose where my office is going to be because as a kid, of course, I had a bedroom. But I'm, you know, of these various bedrooms in this house, because it was a pretty decent sized house. I'm pretty sure there were 3 bedrooms up and 2 bedrooms down. So like, you know, you have choices. Speaking of dog, how is Moose? Moose is good. Moose saw one of his friends this morning and he got to jump around a little bit and then he was gets all pleased with himself and happy for the rest of his walk. He was real cuddly. He's a happy pup. Did you see him yesterday? He came by at the end of the stream yesterday. Morgan, thanks for the 5-month resub. Much can be read into various messages of this stream. I must have an Arthas this year. Am I ready to go back? No, treasure given. Hello. Henshini, thank you for the 4-month resub. When you do get a mortgage, don't tie yourself in for too long a term. When I do get a mortgage, will take the best advice provided to me for my local market by local mortgage advisors and the financial situation that I find myself in. I promise I will do due diligence and do my best, but I can't promise any specifics because, you know, life. Let's see what we can do. No, you should definitely only ask chat. Give this thing to the guy standing 2 feet over there. Listen, means more coming from me. Turn to the Azure Archives. Alrighty. That's one thing done. Do I get gold for these? Oh yeah, 28 gold there. 28 gold there. Which one do I want to do last? Let's do Crystal Song next. Crystal Song sounds chilly, so I'm less attracted to it. I think all my least favorite zones in the game have been the cold ones. Can't imagine why that would be. Some of us in chat are probably qualified to give advice. Some of you are probably qualified to give advice within your own ecosystems. There's a lot of varying factors that go into this kind of thing, and some of the advice is transferable and some of it isn't. Which is, I appreciate the thought, but I've realized that I'm gonna drive myself absolutely nuts if I try to take into account the varying things that are given to me here, when a lot of them are accounting for things that are true in different places but not in this place. Or were true in a different time but not in this time, or are true with different income situations but not this one. Like, it's all very... It's one of those things that you really want to talk to a local expert about. No, I never did the Blue Dragon quest. I'm doing it now. I gotta get caught up on it because they need it for the... Don't tell me I have to do the pet battle. No, we're going to Crystal Song Forest. Okay, it's over this way. I was about to fight Gut Wrench. I thought they wanted me to. Listen, I got a master's in almost business. Let's start there. How much do you make a year? Too much or not enough, depending on who you're talking to. What we're trying to do here. Best quest line in Dragonflight. Lots of details. Yeah. Do you have Terragosa? No. I don't have Terragosa on anybody. I never did it. I don't know if I ever will. I don't know what it is about legendaries, but I'm allergic to them. I only get the gaming legendaries. Victoria is the Hawaii of Canada. That is verifiably true. It's also costs $1 million billion to get anything here. More than 350 less than Bezos. Just like Hawaii. Yeah, probably true. We have fewer active volcanoes. I think. I actually don't know that for a fact. Could you afford every item on the dollar menu? Depends, are they $1? Honeymoon was in Hawaii. It was fine, expensive. Hurricane came through. Food was outrageous. I would love to visit one day. Not in any particular hurry, but I would love to. I've never been anywhere tropical, except for Orlando, Florida, which, in my opinion, is a different kind of tropical. You know, I've never done like a nice warm sandy beach with brightly colored fishies, palm trees, and a coconut water. Sounds nice. Gigantic bugs in Hawaii. Don't have seasons like we do, just wet, dry. Absurdly hot and humid. Never had any interest in Hawaii until my old supervisor sold me on it. Prospect of tropical volcanic hikes, supposed to be out of this world. I really like the idea of bird watching And it wouldn't have to be specific to Hawaii. Like, I think a lot of different places would have really interesting bird watching. But they would just be different birds than here. I like bird watching here. We have wonderful birds here. We saw a hawk on the ground yesterday. There were crows that were staking it out. It was some kind of a bird politic drama. It was pretty cool. But, you know, I want to see different birds. Might like New Zealand. Lots of unique birds. That one's really far, though. I think New Zealand is, like, basically as far away from here as I could get. It's up there in the what flight is the absolute longest game. Just across the Pacific. Listen, I think the longest flight I've ever been on is, like, oh no, that's not true. I flew to Toronto once. That was a long flight. I think I slept through it, though. My life in the last 10 years was living in Portland-ish and then flying to Anaheim and Irvine-ish. So I got real used to some nice 90-minute flights. I would watch one movie, maybe, and then we would be there. Yeah, 14 hours is ridiculous. That's almost enough to make me not want to do it. Desarts, thank you for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. I know people, like, are used to it, but I think that I'm not. No, thank you. A nap and a full Lord of the Rings viewing. Spread it over like 10 90-minute flights. Oh man, it's like road tripping, except that you're plane tripping across the continent. You just every day you do another 90-minute flight, and then you spend the day in whatever, like, Midwestern town you end up in. Go try the local food. See how it changes every night, every day as you make it an hour and a half further east, or whatever. I mean, that only works if you're flying over the continent and not over the ocean. Sometimes I have a recurring dream where I just go to an airport by myself and I just get on a plane to go on vacation to either China or Korea, just for fun. Like, just showing up and then just being like, all right, I'm going here. And then with the idea of just, like, going on a vacation. And it's just so counter to how I normally live my life. And it's weird that I've had that dream more than once. Would love to go. Japan blew my mind. And I want to go back to Japan. Do you have fun farming Plunder Storm? I actually did. Especially once I got going in duos. I had a nice time. It was pretty fun. I could have stuck with it for longer if it had been necessary. I do not speak Korean. Driving down the Pacific coast in moose-friendly stretches. Moose trip. Listen, Moose doesn't... Moose, I need to really get him back in the car sometime. We do a lot of walks that we can walk to. Dude will clear a fence at a dog park with one mighty leap, but he won't get into the backseat of my car. How far are you on the meta achievement? I'm making some progress. I've got most of this done. For Across the Isles, I have a handful of things that are still necessary, but most of them aren't too bad, with the exception of storm chasing. I have a lot of storm chasing left to do. But I have most of the quest lines still needed, so I'm kind of working on that now. Turn to the Calico Sasser Span. Kitty wants to play Thunderstorm. Over the fence is the whole world in your car. It's just your car. Yeah, that's the thing. Going to the vet and bad things. Vet encourages dogs to come when they don't have appointments. Yeah, perhaps. Perhaps. He did go to the vet. I mean, he kind of likes the vet because they give him treats there. Like, everybody at the vet loves him. He's had a great time every time he's been, except for the emergency vet. He didn't like that. Nobody liked that. He was having a bad day. But, Yeah, I've taken him on a few hikes, and then like sometimes like 2 pet stores where like I pick him out like a toy, or I let him pick out like a treat or something like that. And he's enjoyed that too. But that was all when he was baby, because I got complacent and lazy and I stopped going places. Did you ever find out what he had? No, cleared up. Symptoms went away. Dog seems fine. Some things are just mysteries. Let's do Jade Forest last. Jade Forest sounds nice. It's like saving dessert. I appreciate all the portals. Doggo loves the car. Only by mentioning the word car, already at the door. The funny thing is that Moose seems to not want to get into, but he's very interested in other people's vehicles. Like if we're walking down the sidewalk and somebody has like their van doors open, they're loading in their baby, or like they're unloading groceries from the back of their hatchback, Moose will park and like crane his neck to try to look like he wants to know everything about what's in that car. He's very curious, and I'm like, listen, we both know you're not getting in there. You weren't even getting into mine. Maybe what he needs is just a nice flat surface to jump into. Maybe it's because my car's not that big. But he also hasn't tried in a while. He's gotten bigger since then, so maybe I could talk him into it with the right treat. Just chuck like a hot dog in the back of the car and see if he'll get in. I bet he would. I got him to do it for cheese once, but then I found out that cheese is not so good on his tummy. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your kitty. That sounds like no fun. Click the quest discovered thing. Oh, that one. There you go. It's fun whenever we are walking Moose and we run into somebody that met him when he was a puppy but hasn't seen him in a while, because there's always that moment of like, wait, is that Moose? Where'd the little puppy go? Big old dog now. This is always fun. I remember farming in Winter Spring for the whelpling. There's a whelp pet that has a chance to drop from... By the way, I remember doing all kinds of stuff. But I remember farming moonkins, I think. I think it's just his own drop. Good times. Is it common or allowed for people to bring their dogs into cafes? Indoors, no. Outside patio, sure. People bring their dogs all kinds of places, but not usually inside unless the business specifically allows it. Some of them do, but a lot of them don't. When he was younger, we would take him kind of to coffee shops, and then one person would go in and order. And we did this once. I make it sound like we did it a lot of times. We did this once. But we took him to a coffee shop. I went in and ordered. Partner waited outside with the puppy. And then I brought the coffees out, and we sat on a bench for a while with the coffees. And the idea was just to get him used to being outside around people and, like, you know, passing city traffic and whatnot. It did. I'm sure it helped, but it was like the least relaxing coffee date I've ever had in my life, because it's a lot of work trying to keep a puppy from eating things that are going to kill them, especially in a city. You'd be surprised at what you can find. I meet lots of fluffy friends this way. That was it. The Winter Saber. Do people makes more sense? Like a bike rack thing, a dog's waiting for their owners to order coffee. I have seen people tether their dogs to bike racks. It is against bylaws and not recommended, and I don't like it when I see people do it. People do. I wouldn't. I don't know. If my dog's waiting, my dog is waiting with somebody. And if there's not 2 people, then I guess I'm not going. Although it's pretty easy for me to say, oh, I'm just gonna not do something, because that's kind of like my default state of being. I don't have to change my life around very much to stop doing things. I have to change my life around to start doing things. I've also walked by some dogs that have been tethered like that, and then had them react very aggressively to me walking by. Not like right next to them, but just like in general with a dog. And that spooks me too. I feel like that's just an accident waiting to happen. Test the restored Owlkin totem. doing the meta achieve. Also thought I would hate the daycare, but it's actually kind of cute. Yeah, the daycare was nice. Humane Society requires foster homes to teach puppies how to walk on at least 12 surfaces before 3 months. Surfaces? That would have been we did like exposure with him. I didn't think of having him walk on different things, and it is true that he now kind of doesn't want to get on the scale at the vet. I can't even count 12 surfaces. Yeah, I would have like floor, rug, gravel, maybe an outdoor grate. Joker wouldn't walk on grates. He would go out of his way to walk around any kind of like metal grate that was on the sidewalk. He didn't like stepping on them at all. What's happening? Owl all of a sudden. Who is this? I'm a raging owl beast. I don't think I'm doing a very good job of it. What are you working on now? Blue Dragon questline for the meta. Oh, there we go. They send you around to a bunch of different zones and have you do little side quests. Am I gonna tell this employee to take a nap? Is that what's about to happen here? What is the plan? Oh, I'm taking her to the hot springs. I see. Missing a lot of the meta? I don't think a lot of it, but I definitely didn't do like these quest lines. I have the tiers 1 done and that's it. So I have quite a few other ones to catch up on. Do love a good hot spring. The meta is not going anywhere in season 4. There doesn't seem to be anything time limited about it. I read a forum thread that was like, why isn't there a time limited mount? And then everybody was like, no, we don't want any more of that. Yeah, the Two Storms thing seems to have come and gone. We're not sure if it was a bug or not. I'm hoping it comes back, but I'm kind of losing hope. I have done Lore Master, yeah. That's true. I think I'm going to keep my main the same all through the next expansion. I'm hoping to as well. I feel like I've done enough experimentation on my main that I know what I want for the rest of my life now. But that might be kind of a naive thing to think. I've always thought that I had it figured out at any given point in time. But this time I feel like I've really got it figured out. But what if they add something new that I'm like, wait, no, that's the thing. There's always that danger of like, what if there's a new race class spec that's just like, oh, that's the one. What if I was always destined to main that one and I just couldn't do it before because it didn't exist yet? Do I look like Steve Jobs today? I'm wearing a brown fleece, not a black turtleneck. This is my brown bear jacket. Because when I wear it, I feel like a brown bear cub. See you as a gnome tinkerer? Gnome? Yeah. Tinker? I don't know, man. All those gears and... I'm pretty anti-engineering. What made you try it, Prevoker? Yeah, I tried it. I liked the... This is gonna sound stupid, but the class color was my favorite color, and I liked the way that Prevoker played. When I was testing it on beta, I found that it was really fun, and that I wanted to give it a try as like a raiding main. Hard time sticking to a single character. Get very bored leveling a new one. I'm hoping I want to stay forever Shadow Priest. I can see myself being a Pally too one day. Yeah, I always have my alts. I never worry too much about whenever I want to like scratch an alt itch. If I want to like gear up a hunter or a druid or something and then do some keys on it, it's that's a pretty easy thing for me to talk myself into now because I don't have any delusions that I'm gonna do it forever. It's just, you know, it's a lot more feasible now to set up a character and just play it for a couple weeks and then put it down. Whereas once upon a time, it used to be a big commitment to get a character set up in a way that they could play properly at endgame. And you didn't really want to do it unless you meant it. It's a lot easier to kind of play with alts now. Couldn't get past being a lizard. Fun for a reason, not for a season. I've never heard that statement before, but I like it very much. Being an alcoholic helped get the noble mount. 20 attempts per day. Got it the 3rd day. Yeah, I think I would have been out of luck on the Mog if I didn't have as many characters as I did. And the mount. I did 17 70s, and that I think helped a lot. I guess I can untrack how did these get here, because we're not getting any more climbing world quests in this reset. We'll have to take a look at it next week. And then we're going to be heading to the Jade Forest. Would you guys say that the Blue Dragon questline is the longest of these questlines for this achievement? Or am I just onomatopoeian? Blue Dragon, def longest. Okay. Kitty, we're gonna go find Kirigosa. Is that you? Are you a dragon? Well, this is my kind of quest. We're feeding some carp and cleaning the pond. Now we're talking. Fish keeping simulator. Is this? Am I feeding them cheese or pies? What is this fish food icon? Let me see. Is that a loaf of bread? I can't tell if that's bread or cheese or a pie. Or a mushroom? Maybe it's intentionally ambiguous. Looks like IKEA bread to me. They have bread at IKEA? I guess you could say it would just drag on. I am happy. Worst thing about a new level 70 alt is how my maps are overloaded with quest markers. Yeah, and trying to sort through and figure out which ones are and are not needed to replay is rough. Bringing flowers. This is nice. I kind of want to have an aquarium in my office one day again. They were really nice for if you're taking like a 5 or a 10-minute break, but you want to make sure that you're not like, you know, ending up on your phone or watching YouTube or something like that, and you want to not get sucked back into something else. Just kind of like parking up in front of an aquarium and watching the fishies for a while does a real good job at decompressing your noodle. And mind you, I can walk like 3 steps into my kitchen and watch that one, and I did, but I liked having fishies in my office. Considering getting one in my main room for the exact same reason. Did everyone jump while swimming? Thought it was just me. I need more ways to decompress my noodle. The trick is, I'm full of ways to decompress my noodle. The problem is actually doing them. I need to pick my cross stitch back up sometime. It's just hard when there's video games. It's very difficult to do all of like your relaxing, unwinding activities when you're like, well, I could just play video games. I have like an endless amount of them. I'm pretty sure I could never buy another game in my life except for WoW expansions, and just between like WoW, Stardew, my Steam library, and Animal Crossing, I would be set for like my entire life. I don't think I would ever realistically run out of stuff to do. I wouldn't want that much water close to a PC. You realize you can have like an aquarium in the same room as a computer and it's not going to just like explode. You don't put it over top of the PC. Video games cozy, not always great at letting your brain decompress properly. What if the fishies stage your rebellion? Usually the fishies are staging rebellions against each other. Have the fish run through the cooling loop. Yeah. Not so good for fishies. Have you seen, people do aquariums where they'll have multiple aquariums that are joined by like a water-filled tunnel that the fish can swim through to visit the other aquarium. And that's the sickest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's so cool. Mind you, it's not like a little teeny tube. Like it's a decent sized thing. It's a pretty small fish as well. You're not having like a giant goldfish just like bloop, 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 bloop. But like having a fish highway, not something I'm planning on doing because it sounds like a lot more trouble than it's worth. But like just the concept is chef's kiss. Am I tidying? I think I'm tidying. That's rad. Evaporation and stuff. You know, I think that maybe you should also consider you're in the same room as your PC. And you're letting out moisture all the time. You know. I think maybe we should probably hold our breaths. No speaking, no words, only writing, and then go outside if you wanna breathe. It is a good idea to keep track of your humidity, but an aquarium will raise your humidity somewhat depending on the size of it and other factors. But like, so do houseplants, so do people. You know, you can open a door. There was an octopus in one aquarium that did that without a tunnel. Octopi are awesome. They're so cool. I don't think they're on my side. I don't think that we're like on the same team when the war begins, but I have a lot of respect for them as a life form. Have a drink. You betcha. Have you seen the PC case mod that's inside a working toilet? I haven't. That's horrifying. Excited about the next Dragon Age game and the announced Cozy Hobbit game, Tales of the Shire. I didn't know they'd announced a Cozy Hobbit game. Eating fishes in the other tank. Well, must have been hungry. Or bored. I don't think octopi should be kept in aquariums short of like large ones for research purposes. I don't think people should keep recreational octopi. But I think a lot of things. Oh no, we're still drinking. I'm standing on the table, how rude. Can I sit on the chair? Oh, wonderful. Good. Well done. Octopus in Germany who could predict the World Cup winner was shockingly accurate. World Cup soccer. I mean, is that impressive? Got the noble mogs. Cannot get them out. 1 try down. 24 to go. I hope it drops for you soon. Check for new primal storm. Oh yeah, that's true. What do we got? it down until 11? I think it's down until 11. I think this is the hour that doesn't have a Primal Storm. Calicos, are we still chatting? I think we're still chatting. Braid every 2 hours. No trouble. Might have another thing to look at. Oh, for a second I'm like, wait, there it is! Nope, that's the waking dream. Pranked me again. Siege and Dragonbane Keep. That I might be able to go do something about. Alright, can I listen to Calicos' speech later? I'm busy. I'm not ready to hear your speech, actually. I'll come back. Oh, sorry, kitty cat. Need a thunderstorm in Theldraz's? Done with them. Oh, we're so close. Let's see. We're looking for Flight Club, the Chiseled Record, and the beef snacks, which I might have already missed stage 1. I gotta kind of be ready for it in the right time, but maybe we can go do the Chiseled Record. Yeah, there's a setting in Twitch that I think that we use where I and potentially the mods can see chat a bit before everybody else does, so that we have a chance to eliminate things that need eliminating before they hit the general public. I think that might be why. But I could be just making that up. Yeah, what Ryok said. That's a much more concise and elegant way of stating it. What if I'm just omniscient? It's just because I know what you're gonna ask before you ask it. Or chat pre-recorded. Okay, so don't mind me. In this general area, let me get my waypoints back. I don't think chat is AI. Have you guys read things that AI writes? It's really boring. You guys are better than that. I do have Tetracomancer done. Thank you very much. Come on. Inside the hut, left side. All right. It's kind of crazy how humans can't prove to each other that we're real. It used to freak me out loads. Yeah. It can still get to me if I think about it for long enough. I just try not to. I just try and not worry about it. Not this. Inside the hut on the left-hand side, there should be a thingy. Not this. Oh, there it is. Stone tablet. Okay. So now, inside hut, left side, at back, complaint to Scale Piercer. Over this way. Good, good, good. And then the Grand Flames Journal, outside hut on the right side in the back. Haha. Alright, there's a achievement. My other achievement for Dragonbane Keep is to feed beef snacks. And I think, I don't know if beef is eaten right now. I think Beef might have made it already. Beef? Oh, Beef only has 16 beef snacks. Maybe I can feed him food. You hungry? Hi. I can pet him. Yeah, I was hoping that maybe I could just, like, do it anyway. Oh well. Alright. Back to Caligos' speech, I think. Man, I'm never gonna catch the beginning of this. I'm not that on top of things. I guess I just have to come out here at 10 a.m. sharp and not at or like whenever it starts. I guess it might not cycle to be the same hour all the time. Alright, I'm on a flight path. I'm gonna take this chance to take a break. I'll be right back. I think we've done this enough times recently that she was waiting for me. Hi. How you doing? You can go back to sleep. I visit Mr. Moose on my breaks. And around this time of the morning, he is invariably, like, unconscious. And he'll, like, wake up when I go out there, but he won't move. He'll just open his eyes and, like, blink at me while I pet him. It's pretty cute. Well. What if snack attack is the thing that holds me up? It can't be. That one's at least a little bit more, easy to find. Katie, thank you for the 39-month resub. Hello all. Been a while. How has everyone been? I'm good. I'm good. How are things up north? We're doing all right. I'm working on the meta achievement. We survived Plunder Storm, got all our plunder renown and stuff. We got the Noble Garden goods from the Noble Garden holiday. Still snowing. I can clean up my bags while he's talking. Oh no, he's done. He's done talking. Almost stopped, I hope. Springtime somewhat on the way. Farmed eggs for the duck pet before the holiday's over. Yeah, today's a good day to do it. It's a cute little ducky. Yeah, storms seem to be back to one at a time. I'm a little bummed about it. I'm kind of hoping that it changes again. I see powerful memories. Okay, okay. Well, let me them. Alright, I can't let me in yet. I don't know how I could have been, how I could have possibly figured that out. I used to do YouTube guides for WoW. I still do. Occasionally. Now and then. Not back during Wrath, though. I started making guides on, I started making WoW videos in Mists of Pandaria, and I started making raid guides in Legion. Memory of a traitorous sister. Goodness. Not in here, though. Percent amount? We don't know, but we don't know. We can guess. It's better than it was. They don't give specific official drop rates. Winter's trying to break a record. Only a couple inches to go. Over 130 inches for a season. Holy moly. Somebody be using storms for something? But like what though? Like we used to have double storms. Back when the expansion first came out, that was normal behavior for ages until like a patch rolled over. I feel like, I don't know. Bring it back. They did make a officially posted hotfix to the storms that supposedly evens out where they spawn more often so that the Azure span doesn't get quite so many of them. Which should help somewhat, but it would help more if it was also with double storms. I'm just greedy. think we're getting somewhere with this quest line. I did not end up making the quiche I was planning to make yesterday, but I did do a homemade mac and cheese. I got some whole grain mustard to use. I like using a little bit of actual mustard, not just mustard powder. I use both, but to kind of liven up a cheese sauce for like a mac and cheese dish. It was pretty good. It was alright. With no Crips Prestel mustard, but it was pretty close. Good morning, Hazel. Love your smile as always. Thank you, Jack. Good morning. I hope you're having a great Sunday. I'm enjoying a nice cozy gaming morning and catching up on some quest progress for the World Awoken. I do need to remember to do another Eon's Fringe daily today. I gotta go check and see what it is, make sure I need it, and then do it if I need it, which I probably do. Can I do big dragon? Made goat's cheese, tomato pasta today. Was good. Ooh, that sounds really good. Inspired by the goat's cheese chat yesterday. I'm on cloud 9. I got the Lego off LFR on my palette. Oh, lucky. Nice. Glad you mentioned Ian's. Need to work on that too. I need to just take the advice of my chat and set my Hearthstone there. But I think it would annoy me because I would keep hearthing expecting to go back to Veldraken, and I would keep ending up at Eon's Fringe being like, I did this daily today already. But it would only be for like a week. The fact that 0 cataloging quests are up is a crime. I'm pretty sure I missed one that I needed out of just being lazy, and I think that's going to come back to haunt me. Crone man, almost losing it on a Lego. Nice. Enjoying the excitement. Yeah, it's fun. I'm glad they make people happy. You did? Yeah, that's true. Okay. Thought it was a unicorn myself. When see people say cataloging, I think Azerothian researchers. I go, what do you mean? They're up. Sunny and warm out for the first time. I feel reborn. Finished my second vicious mount saddle. Nice. Gave you 2. I've not heard of such a thing. Quick, get your mounts before someone figures it out. Teleportal? Oh man. They were porting me all over the place, but maybe they expect that if it's within the Dragon Isles I can go myself. Oh no, never mind. There's a portal. Crisis averted. Problem solved. That's nice. I hope that the next storm that spawns in another 36 minutes is a good one. My warrior does on 3 of the 4 and still never seen anyone get it. Yeah, I think getting it on LFR in particular is like really lucky. Okay. Now what? Oh, for a second I thought she wanted me to run the Azure Vault dungeon again. I was thinking, I've just been here. We just did this. This feels like the end of the quest line. I don't know that it is, but it feels like it. Gotta love a big cinematic scenario. Isn't it your favorite dungeon? No. It isn't. What is my favorite dungeon? Do I have a favorite dungeon? I don't know. I like the dead mines. We go back there again? I have 32,355 achievement points. Really enjoyed dead mines as well. Alright. I'm semi-sure that the Azure Span quest you did was a random quest. Oh. It's a good question. I have a hard time picking things like all-time favorite XYZ thing from WoW. Because, I don't know, it requires you to like compare it against everything else. And the game's been, you've been playing it for so long, there's like a bajillion things and there's a lot of different ways you could quantify it. And I don't know. I just enjoy whatever's in front of me. I don't have lists. Whenever I get asked to like rank like, oh, what was your favorite boss fight or whatnot, I'm pretty sure I invent something new every time because I want to participate in the conversation. I don't want to be a big old buzzkill, but also, I don't know. I like whatever fight I'm doing, usually. Unless it's a particularly frustrating one.
Malagos? Is it?
Least favorite thing? Fishing. I liked fishing in Dragonflight a lot. What is your favorite boss fight? Probably one of the healing ones, like Kael'thas and Nathria on Holy Priest. That was pretty sweet. Especially if you could metagame it to get all of the big buffs. You can just steal them from other people and go big parses. I'm a diva, so I want all my favorite fights are the fights where I've been able to just get big parses. So whatever was well suited to whatever I was playing at the time. Twin Dragons on Shadow Priest and Emerald Nightmare. Kael'thas, Holy Priest. Sludge Fist, Holy Priest. There we go, we did it. Blue done. Azure Renewal Finery. Got a whole transmog set. I see it. Mm. Favorite boss fight is ENR. Shafar Covenant Argus. I don't remember her. I don't remember that one. Okay. So it's 30 minutes. Oh no, Eon's Fringe. That's right. Let's go do Eon's Fringe. It's probably better for me to hearth from this point. You missed the sad part? I see. You know me. I'm really glad that people enjoy story questing and stuff and whatnot. It's just never been my thing in the game. That's okay. I got a toy. The Inherited Wisdom of Senegos. I got a Spore Stone that unlocks additional visual effects for the Cavern Delver's gear set appearance. That feels like a weird thing to have just gotten now, but sure, fine. Works for me. Yeah. Favorite raid boss goes to Kael'thas in the Eye. Felt very epic back then. My Spore Stone still hasn't shown up. I don't even know what I did to get that. Something, I'm sure. Isn't that like for doing an achievement in the season? I don't know. That's weird. What a strange time to pick it up. Cavern Delvers. I've never gotten the hang of how to mog the different versions of that you unlock with the items. I know you get different items. Cavern Delvers. Oh, you get different appearances. There's Cavern Delvers. But there's like an extra... I don't know. Is it for all the colors? Maybe it's for playing sports, for finishing the Zerolite Cavern meta. I did that so long ago. That's so funny. I wonder if the thing that like worked as a workaround was getting a different achievement reward item in the mail. I wonder if getting mailed the Wisdom of Senegos and the I wonder if getting that in the mail also triggered a different thing that I was missing. A bunch of different tints for that set, apparently. But there's like an extra effect that you can put on it, and I don't really understand how to do. Yeah, well. Let's see. I'm going to Eon's Fringe to look at the daily. That's right. That's right. Extra VFX for helm shoulders for every tint. How do you apply it? How do you do it? I guess is my question. I suppose I should pull up my transmog to find out. Oh, it's logged as a separate armor piece? So like if I was gonna... Here, take a look at shoulders. And I found the Cavern Delvey ones, which were like these guys, right? Aren't those the ones? I've got 4 different colors of them. Might have to relog. Okay. Let me relog. Actually, I'm going to... There's an inn like right here. I can relog in here. Yeah, that mount is from Plunderstorm. That is the Polly Roger. It's the Plunderstorm Dragon Riding Parrot. Renown 39. Got the noble mount? Congratulations! You're my good luck charm. That's awesome. Just got it too? Ho ho ho. Lucky, lucky. So, if I go back and I go to look at those shoulders again. Are they all doubled now? They are doubled now. So you get regular... Seriously? That's the fancy one. That's the regular one. Regular, fancy. Wow. It's no wonder I didn't notice! Maybe the helmet's more dramatic. Let me see. What does the helmet look like? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of cool, I guess. What's weird is I feel like I'm missing a handful of the... Maybe they're just sorted in a weird way. They must be just kind of sorted funny. Yeah. Anyway. I need for Fringe benefits. I have done these 3. This quest is a different one. Good. Okay. Send each Rathian back to his time through his temporal portal. Ravenholt Manor. Just chuck that one in there. Hello. Give him his tab. Treasure sets are stubborn. Tell him to apologize? No, he's good. Hello. Apologize to yourself. I suppose I may owe myself an apology. My goodness. Well, that was easy. Can't complain about that. We're now, what, 4 of 8? 3 of 8? Yeah, look at that. We're halfway there. Just need to do another 4 days worth of those and then we'll be all good. Nice. So, I cannot do... Oh, 24 minutes we can check for storms. The only thing I need for this is feeding beef snacks, which can't be done today. I need to get there right at the top of an invasion. Be there ahead of time. Our saving center of attention for last, and then this one needs cataloging quest plus one more climbing quest. So that means the only thing left for me to do is find more quest lines and do them. There's 3 of them here. Tears Guard, New Beginning, and Active Listening Skills. I don't know where they start. I'm assuming Vildraken. Maybe. Actually, you know what? There's any kind of a campaign-looking quest is probably reasonable, right? Hidden Legacies, Investigate the Door, Silver Medal. I wonder if I've started some of them. Because they're all campaigns, right? So if it's as long as it's shaped like a little banner, I don't see why not. Siege at 2 again? Well, I only streamed for another hour and a half. So it would be at 12, but then I'm gone. That's me taking off for the day. For the week. Silver Medal would be Tears Guard. Okay. Let's do that then. Let's do that one next. Maybe downstairs? So, these ones should be all faster than the blue one. Be good news. Confirm plan, restore tier. Okay. Can I clean up my bags while you guys figure this out? I need to turn scrap back on. My bags are a mess. Yeah, I think Siege is every 2 hours. I think it's a 2 hour rotation. So I will have a chance at it at least once per stream. Maybe twice per stream, depending on when it lands, but putting off sorting my bags for months. Yeah, I've been doing them, but they keep getting messy again. All this questing is leaving all kinds of crumbs. I always like doing a big bag clean, like at the end of the expansion before the next one. We got some time on that. I'm sure I've got some season 4 stuff to litter about my bags first. A lot of random drops. I keep thinking this is a pet training stone, and it's not. It's my helmet enchant. Which is on, that's good. I'm pretty sure I did this quest on PTR. Bizarrely enough. I don't know why I tested this on PTR. But I'm pretty sure I did. I was having a brief moment of insanity where I thought I was gonna, like, do a really in-depth video covering everything new in some micro patch or another. Did not get to it. Streamed bag cleanup, you could be the Marie Kondo of WoW. I've done it before. We've totally done like end of patch or beginning of season bag cleaning streams where I take the entire stream and I just go through my bags in my bank and it's basically just 3 hours of me like vendoring things while chat goes, no, you might need that. And then like fast forward a year and a half and I'm like, didn't I have one of these? And then people are like, you deleted it. And I'm like, that's true. That is what happened. Tale as old as time. Reaching the tomb. Oh, I get it. Count me in. No, I'm not planning an alt purge. It was mainly just because I was sick of the names of all those characters and I didn't want to pay for a bunch of name changes. It was still Saturday in the time zone in which it was released. But I can refund you your pre-order price. There you go. Shadowlands Covenant farms take up a bunch of space. Oh, I bet, yeah. Even just carrying around Anima. Oh, hi, kitty. Hi, sweetie. Came from home from work right to your stream. Something good today. The disturbed dirt stuff has left my bags in disarray. Those actually, that farm, I was pleasantly surprised. Really, paid. Like, all of the grays vendored for quite a bit of gold. All combined. You doing okay? This golem wasn't really bothering anybody, but I'm supposed to protect Corno, so here we go. One of my new kitties turned 1. Aw. Happy birthday to your new kitty. I can't believe it's been that long already. Saphirex, thank you for the 21-month pizza. Appreciate it. I do have unspent profession knowledge, that is true. I'm not really doing anything else with professions in Dragonflight. I think I've got about as much as I'm gonna. Oh, he was 9 months old. Oh, God. I see. Maybe I'm confusing that moment with a year, and I thought we'd passed a year already. I'd believe it. Goes. You also end up with a lot of like copper quality potions from looting all the dirt piles. And if you want, you can like sell those to alchemists who reclaim them for stuff, but I ended up just vendoring a bunch of it. This is what my World Awoken achievement looks like. I need storm chasing, I need some cataloging world quests, I need 1 more climbing world quest, I need 4 more days of Eon's Fringe dailies. I need to feed beef 15 more beef snacks at the top of some siege in Dragonbane Keep. I need a number of additional quest lines, which I'm working on right now. And at the very end, I need to pet Tyvan. How do you choose a profession to level? Careful thought. And then I always pick alchemy. I like alchemy a lot. It's very comfy and it's hard to live without it once you've gotten used to the extra duration on files. Or flasks or what have you that you get from it. My current main is enchanting and alchemy, actually, that's right. I gave her alchemy because she needed it to like drop. I need to rally the iron rifle. Anyone? That button. There we go. Yeah, I like elk. But I am pretty antisocial, so I don't like to messing with work orders, so I don't do any kind of armor crafting, even though those can be kind of lucrative, because I don't want to have to talk to people. Imagine talking to people. I guess I don't want to, what's the difference between work orders and stream? Something that I can't quite iterate. Anyway, I like alchemy as well. I just like that I can kind of like post things on the auction house at my own pace and then have them sell without me needing to be there. We are pretty scary. Easy good gear at start of expansions. I could stream to 1 person, still vamp. I've seen streamers, even big streamers with like large chats, do streams where they don't really talk to their chat at all. They're just kind of like gaming and talking to themselves, and then chat's like its own entity. And for some people that like totally works. Sure, you can ban rude people in WoW, you just block them. You say, no thank you, I will not make your boots, and then you hit the block button. Got the lariat pattern early in the X-Pack, made 5 million on work orders. Holy moly. Get tired of people fussed at me for not having mats they were short on to make stuff for them. Yeah. From the sounds of it, it's a lot of explaining things to people and then taking the heat for a system that Blizzard made when people blame you for it when you're the crafter. Don't you have chat totally disabled? Not all the time, no. I have whispers disabled. But only from strangers. My tier is dying. Oh, I can heal myself with that button. Nice. $45 more eggs. Oh, you're almost there. You crushed that. It was exhausting explaining to people why their neck wasn't 5 stars. They needed to send a recrafting order. Yeah, I bet. Or people not understanding the value of using a insight. Like, well, why can't you just do it? What do you mean you want more gold? Stream most of my raids to 0 to 1 people. There, if they ever want to see something. Yeah. So glad I keep up on blacksmithing. I mean, you're hearing the anxious person's perspective on it, so it's like, you know, I'm sure most of the time things go fine. People are more or less reasonable and you can make decent gold with it. It's just like a collection of the greatest hits of bad stories. The re-explaining would tire me out, yeah. I'm sure some people probably just have like chat macros that have like copy-pasted explanations of the system where they're like, here's the explain button, and it just like sends a paragraph that's like, this is how it works. If you don't like it, you can pound sand. Do that enough with my day job. A lot of auto-reply type stuff. Yeah, I wouldn't blame anybody for that. I'm excited for Professions and War Within. I'm hoping I can make some gold. I'd like to make some gold and buy a few more tokens whenever they dip in price again, if they ever do. And save it up for future cash shop stuff. Best part of crafting was taking off prof gear and crafting tools to make something purposely low. So they'd have to get it recrafted and pay someone. That is like a next level amount of pure spite. Goodness. Are we still chatting? I think we're still chatting. It must be hard to find clothes that fit. I did right. I don't know about you guys, but these are not my favorite types of quests. It's nothing like mashing 3 buttons on a vehicle bar while you're like 10 feet tall. Not a good feel of where you are in space, just hoping you don't fail it and have to start over. I have my sidekick. Whole questline is so strange. Still don't understand why the aspects aren't furious about the mind control war. I want them to do a vehicle raid. I'm glad that they used to have more mechanics where somebody would get into an actual vehicle and have to do something in a raid, and I'm glad we've kind of traded that to some extent for fights that have like one extra action button. Like you pick up a thing and you can, like the seed in Farak, I feel like is a little bit less, you know, preventing you from playing your own character. Picking up the Pyrite Nildwar. Mm-hmm. I want to push my buttons. Finally joined the Mechanical Keyboard Club. Didn't think I'd like it. Nice to have the key I hit actually work. Yeah, I didn't think it was that big of a deal until I got one, but then once you get used to it, it's kind of nice. Yeah, I mean in Wrath was when they first started really bringing vehicles. Was there vehicle combat pre-Wrath? I just remember the Wintergrass battle. What is it called? The world PvP open world battleground thing with siege engines and stuff, and then yeah, they thought it was thinking. Wintergrass, that's right.
Perhaps you will be proved right, that mortals are weak and destined to fall
Good
into
evening, streamer and chat.
darkness.
Good evening.
Yet the courage of the aspects.
They put it on
and
the
the
box.
promise
They
of
thought they
mortals
ate.
fills
It's a
me
Wrath selling
with
point on the
hope.
box.
Hope
Yeah, along
that
with
they will carry
what,
on
dog fights in the dance
Titan's
studio?
legacy. So, if by the
It's so funny, like Wrath was
destruction
such
of
a
this
well-received
body,
expansion.
you are
Like one of the
purged from
high
this
points of
world.
WoW's population and
So
gameplay.
be
And a bunch of the features they tried to sell it with were like not it. They won't let me skip this cutscene. I think it's almost over. Was a different time. The Argent Tournament. Oh yeah, that's right. Daily quests in Wrath. The Argent Tournament dailies had so much travel in them. My goodness. And I think we're safe to go back. Pretty sure? No, we're not. We're not. At Tierhold. What did I get? Oh, it's another toy. Titan Prison. Man, if I had been collecting toys this whole time, I would have had a lot more of this done. We don't have our quest. We're not quite done it yet, though. There's probably at least one more thing to turn in, unless you just need to reload it. Dailies are better now with dragon riding, but still painful. Talking about something similar with a friend recently, about Legion, the grinds and borrowed power. Awesome expansion, but we're glad we moved away from those. Yeah. The initial version of Legion Legendaries I thought was pretty rough. Doing the meta achievement for the dogs, stuck with the sniffin' ones, gated to do dig once a week. You can do 3 sniffin' seeks per week, per character. 3. I'm just kind of like waiting to see if there's anything else I can turn in that would like make this achievement proc. I got the, I got the toy. I got 2,500 Veldraken to Cord Rep. Maybe I need to go back and talk to Alexstrasza. Although, I definitely didn't do like all of the campaign of this character, so it could just be like regular dragon stuff. 2 more quest lines after that scenario. Oh, my goodness. All right. Yeah, it must be this one. There's just so many things going on up here. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm gonna wowhead this just because I want to make sure I'm not barking up the wrong tree. I'm also gonna relog while I'm thinking of it just in case that does anything. Achievement. Storylines. Tears return. Quests. There is more. Well, then what did I just do? Comments, let's see. Okay, yeah. I might be shy of some. I might have hit a point where they're not going to let me do more of it until I've done some other quests that are not strictly part of it. I think I actually have to do this tier hold thing because it's not because it's part of the same quest line, but just as a because I didn't. This is what I get for switching mains this expansion. This is awful. I don't want to go back. But I gotta go back. Stopped this questline in the middle, had a horrible time finding where I left off. Yeah, it seems a little tiny bit unintuitive. Good news is in 2 minutes we're gonna get another invasion up and maybe we'll be able to take a break and go do some storm chasing instead. Warbands can't come soon enough. Because I've definitely done some of this, but just not of this character, and at this point I may as well just forge ahead. What do you want? Kill anything you put in front of me. We're getting loads of catch-up Veldrac in the quarter up. I guess that'll give us some dragon supplies. Not in a rush. Do you plan to make a guide on Prevoker? Oh, I don't mean Prevoker anymore. I'm not qualified to make that. I played it in season 2. I've been a holy priest for this whole most recent season. I learned everything I knew from the Wowhead guides. That was where I got all my advice from. The Wowhead guides, and then Questionably Epic were my sources for Prevoker info. But I also don't really plan to make a Holy Priest guide, and I do main that. I don't really do class guides unless there's something I specifically feel is, I'm like really qualified to speak on. Search the area of clues. I've definitely done this. What about a sub-road guide? Ouchie, his knees. And back to the train. At least it's not far. Alright, it's 11 o'clock. New storm should be coming up momentarily. Also, there's new time rift. I could do it for the weekly quest, I suppose, but I have most of the cosmetics from Time Rifts now. I'm not really too worried about it. Azure Span again? Oh. Let's see. Yeah, that's true. Earth and Azure Span. I'm just wishful thinking, checking everywhere else. Yeah, no luck. No dice. Did you ever have a LinkedIn? Never, not once. If you see anybody saying they're me, it's not true. From the sounds of it, it's not the most fun place to be. Missing thunderstorm in the plains. Fire in Teldrassus. Feels like they're never up. Need the storms to be up in Onarn Plains to finish my achievement, but they keep popping in Azure Awakening. Race class combo would you add? More Mechanome Demon Hunter. Or Gnome Demon Hunter, but Mechanome Demon Hunter with Mechanical IB. Mechanome Druid for Transformers. Yeah, it'd be fun. Oh, there's another Tierhold related quest. Just pick up all of them. Hidden Legacies is a late army problem. Oh, that's where I'm going. I-beam, but it's just a gnome throwing tons of nuts and bolts at the target. Shrapnel cannon. But when I thought about this somewhat recently, somebody asked me in a news video, and I realized we have almost all the race class combos, with the exception of like evokers, which are kind of tied to Drakthir, and then the ones that require extra art and models, like shamans, druids, and paladins, and then demon hunters because lore or whatever. So, wish Pandaren paladin would be possible. They look so funny. Look, it's Sarkareth. Aw. I almost prevented Abras right there. When you're done with A World Awoken, gotten Tyvan, will you finish up Battlemender? No, I'm giving up on Battlemender. There's only a couple weeks left of the season. I haven't been playing. And it was a ratings-based thing, so it was never a guarantee that I was going to stay above 1800 long enough to actually get it. I think I'm giving up. No, I am giving up. I don't think I am. I am. I have given up. Definitively. No more beating around the bush. Besides, I'm not even sure I'm going to finish A World Awoken before Season 4 starts, because a lot of it's not up to me. Some of it is up to me. These quest lines I can certainly work on grinding down. The beef snacks is and the Onarn Plains dailies I can kind of keep on top of, but the storm chasing and the cataloging world quests are going to be just sort of a trying to snipe them sort of thing. I'm going to have to start doing it off stream. If I try and do them only within my stream time window, it's going to take me like 19 years. I'm going to have to start like just sort of keeping an eye on the Wowhead page and logging on at random times. I'm not thrilled about it, but I also don't want to be doing this achievement like well into Season 4. It's entirely possible I've like moved on to a different quest line, but I'm sure it's all necessary. Yeah, Season 4 Vicious is a Dream Talon. Vicious War Dream Talon. Hate that there's a Plunder Storm deadline. Happy getting a renown a day, but skip most days. Maybe worth checking on Arm Plains for storms yourself. Wowhead doesn't always show them when you're on that step. Okay. Good to know. Well, at least we're getting lots of flight stones, I suppose. Brackenhide Hall. Alright. I'm just kind of prioritizing anything that has the buzzword tier in it. Oh, I'm kind of bummed that there's no... The storm that spawned isn't one of the ones I need. I need so many storms still that it's... The only thing that's really a no-go is a sandstorm in the plains or anything in the Azure Span, because I have all the Azure Span ones done. Play soccer on Sundays around noon. Finally got Lord of the Rains. Congratulations, the Morgue Donator. As far as I know, we don't have an official end date for Plunderstorm. We have a general vague thing, which was just the same 6 weeks after launch that they gave us, but I don't think they've called out like a particular day. I wonder if they'll stretch it at all, if they'll get backlash for it ending, and if they'll like extend it for people to finish up their renown grinds and stuff. I feel like it would be a reasonably safe thing for them to do. It's not, you know, people that wanted to be doing other content would have already kind of gotten in and out by then, but people that wanted to finish it up would really appreciate more time. I want to know what Pandemonium time running is. I'm based on the words of it. I'm not convinced I'm going to enjoy it at all, but that's not very fair for me to judge it just based on the title. That's judging a book by its cover. How do I know I won't like it? Well, it's because I don't really like time walking. Wrong place, wrong place. Too far. It's not time walking, it's time running. Somewhere in between, time jogging. Yeah. T&E had a video speculating it's a vampire survival game mode. Okay, I guess, but I'm not sure how many of those we need. I didn't see that. That would be hilarious. I would be 100% on board with that. I could use at least one in WoW. I don't know how it works in with time running, but distribute gear to Tears Guard. Here you go. Take anything. Oh, you guys are gonna have specific stuff that you want, don't you? Oh no, we're good. Oh, of course you all want stuff. I wonder if it's a mistake for me to like start all these at once. They're all leaving. It's bringing back old challenge modes for a limited time. Wonder what the reaction will be. I think it's kind of impossible for them to win a reaction. The community's divided itself so much that if you do anything that some people hate, other people will like it just because the first people hate it. You're gonna win some and lose some regardless of what you do because we're so divided in the first place. So I almost feel like they can do whatever they want because people are gonna be mad no matter what. Alright, one giant slime dead. What else we got? I think what they're doing is good. Taking it in turns to make the community happy. I just hope they keep like just trying a variety of things. I think that you just have to try to make things that you would like, and then, you know, have a variety of different perspectives and what different people would like. And they've got a big game studio. They're known to play games now and then. You can't try to imagine everybody ever when you're making something, so make things for a couple of different player profiles and see how it goes. It's not the end of the world. It's not life and death if you put out something that's not perfect. I know it seems like it on the forums, but they know by now. They've put out quite a few things that haven't gone over well, and they're still making money. Haven't seen much chatter about Plunder Trios. I think Plunder Trios is probably being more talked about and played in circles where there's more Plunderstorm activity, but a lot of people kind of did like finish Plunderstorm. And the people that haven't are likely to be grinding it in solos. Trios most balanced? Sword Army rep is tied to the time rifts that happen at the top of every hour in the Tierhold Basin. You do the weekly quest, you do as many time rifts as you can stomach. Bada bing, bada boom. There's not really a lot else to it, I don't think. Is that 7 millions fracture between classic, SD, hardcore, retail? I'd be curious to know what those numbers are like, because I feel like some of those things are vastly more active than others. I feel like at this point, hardcore is like 5 people that are all just like, I don't know, watching each other in deathlock to make sure they don't die. Or waiting for when they do die. I still think duos is, or maybe even trios, is the most effective way to grind. Solo is better than it was, but duos was real good when I was doing it. I'm glad I got the Blue Dragon questline cleaned up today. That's one thing that is done, and I never have to do again. We're all sorted. We got the mog, we got the toy. I don't even know what the toy does. Protect Valene from gnolls. Speak to Valene. Oh, there she is. One thing checked off the list. Doing the mega dungeon on heroic? Oh yeah! Did you ever finish that last time rift? I did. I did it right at the end of a stream, but like off stream. Like the stream ended and then I was like, oh wait, it's 12 o'clock my time. The time rift is beginning, and it has Horde and Alliance invaders. And I found the weapons I needed, and I did that. Do you have the Artist Easel toy? Yes, yes I do. Did you do the Mega Dungeon Deathless? No, I never did. Did you? I never got around to it. I always figured it would be easier eventually, but then eventually came around and everybody had moved on. Turn a few of these guys. This isn't the worst way to get flight stones. Basically, every step of these quests is giving 10 flight stones per, and it adds up when you're just trucking through them. Did? Little buggy, have to carry objects around. Yeah, I have a feeling that's gonna fall off the truck of my list of things to do in Dragonflight. Pardon me. What is the worst way to get flight stones? Arena? I get like no flight stones doing arena whenever I'm playing PvP. You get a couple of them every once in a while. Maybe Battlegrounds. Good morning from Vancouver. Good morning from Victoria. Didn't realize how horrible getting all of the Drake manuscripts would be. I'm sure some of them are just behind very niche things that are longer than you'd think they would be. Tierhold. I still get them popping up when I kind of figured I would have had most of the common ones by now. Went to Evic a long time ago. Love the island. Cool. wonder how many Victorians live in Victoria. I wonder how often people give him a hard time about it. Only missing daycare for the meta? Yeah. Yeah, I've heard a few people stuck on that grind. That, storms, and cataloging world quests. It's about to be where I'm at, although I did do daycare already. And Tetrachromancer, that one's sticking a few people. That one's rough because, like, you can grind it, but, like, oof. I think you need characters, maybe? I don't know if it's account-wide or not, but you get, like, 3 hunt packs per week.
Talpis.
Hi Hazel, Floyd here now. Hello! How you doing? Missing the Tuskar fishing hold. Weekly time gated, so I'm just waiting. Oh, I'm so sorry. Got the Tetrum without even realizing it. Yeah, I got mine while I was working on something else, I'm pretty sure. We'll never spell Feldrazis or Onarn correctly. Mm-hmm. Those are, when I'm doing news videos recently, I've been making a mild effort to caption them because the editing software I use now has reasonably good auto captions, and then I can take time to review them to correct typos and stuff. Well, not typos, but you know what I mean, like correct mistranslations, and then use those for captions for YouTube. And it works pretty good, but it cannot deal with certain WoW words like Feldrazis, and it comes up with something a little different every time. It's funny because it's figured out Azeroth. Like the bigger ones, it's pretty good. The common ones that are easily sounded out, it's pretty good at, but there's a few things that it can't deal with. Need to go back to Forbidden Reach to do scrolls at some point. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a project for sure. I think the worst one that I have left has got to be either Storm Chaser or it's got to be either Storm Chaser or cataloging, depending on how unlucky I get with either storm spawns or cataloging world quests. The cataloging one doesn't take as much work, but it's less likely that the right thing spawns, and you get fewer chances. Like, you get new storms every 2 hours, but you get new cataloging quests twice a week. Maybe, if you're lucky. It's like the GPS in the Alaskan names. She gets it totally wrong. Triangulation. Aw, I won't take too much credit. I like adding captions when it's feasible for me to do it, but before I had this technology, when I would have had to have done it manually, I definitely didn't keep up with it. It just wasn't realistic for me. But whenever I have a video that's made completely off a script, you can dump the script into YouTube and it can time it out reasonably well, which is nice. But all kinds of people use subtitles for all kinds of reasons. They're good. I like having them. I for a while had them set up for. I had auto captioning set up for Twitch that was pretty good, and I've tried to re-enable it, but I haven't had any luck. I don't think it's active right now, even though I'm pretty sure I'm running a plugin. Let me see. Tools. These ones. Yeah. Settings. Maybe I can turn it on. No, let's try this. Testing. Oh yeah, there we go. I think I fixed it. I think we now have live. I don't know if I would need to restart the stream or not for them to take effect, but we should now have live closed captions for the stream. That's funny, I just had like a wonky setting somewhere that was pretty easy to fix. I see them. They work. Now, those don't have any kind of oversight. Those are just auto-generated based on the sounds that I'm making. So depending on what we're talking about and how quickly I'm speaking and how much I'm mumbling, they may or may not work correctly. But I'm lucky that I happen to speak in an accent that auto speech capture is pretty familiar with, so it usually doesn't have too much trouble with what I'm saying until I start saying wow words like Thaldrazis. Yeah, good try. Not quite. Onarin Plains. Oh no, we're in Plains. That's a pretty good one. Time to test it by giving your opinion on the Darkmoon Fair experience buff. Yeah, like auto speech to text has gotten a lot better in the last handful of years. It's really improved. I like the oh no, we're in the plains. That's a good translation. Hey look, Dragon Isle Drakes, gilded armor. Never had that before. Check in. YouTube still struggles a lot. YouTubes have gotten better as well, but they're not as good as what I can do with Premiere. I think that this is using the same tech as the YouTube ones. It's the Google Cloud Captions, I think. Okie dokie. Am I really not? Oh no, hang on, we gotta go. No, that's for Red Dawn. What do they want me to do now? I mean, I guess they're still chatting. Maybe there's more coming. That's Hidden Legacies. Data recovery. That looks new. Maybe that's what we need. Now we go to Veldraken. Okay. Finding that quest took me longer than I'd like to admit. I know a VTuber that's been using speech to text to speech. They want their voice to be anonymous, and it's surprisingly accurate. That's crazy. Speech to text and then back to speech. Yeah. I wonder what the delay is like on that. I'm so pleased that I fixed this. I missed having captions in my stream. I figure it's good for somebody. I'm sure they're not perfect, but better than nothing. What are we doing? Data recovery. Is there a rep buff? There's an Ember Court rep buff that's automatic. But seriously, they're just sending us right back. All right, fine. There's not a general rep buff, I don't believe. Quick, say a bunch of weird things. Yeah, give me some weird stuff to say and I'll read them. Do a big tongue twister. Yeah, that's true. There could be a Twitch employee that's just typing really fast. One employee per streamer. A skunk sat on a stump and thunk the stump stunk, but the stump thunk the skunk stunk. It worked. Slash clap. It's time for us to whip out the picture of a modern Major General again. I must be near the end of this. We're all cheering. There we go. Elemental Storm is in the Azure span again. It is down here. It's a sandstorm. This is kind of a cool armor set. Neat looking. Happy Sunday, Hazel. Happy Sunday, Tracy. I hope you've had a delightful weekend. Hope you're having a nice, cozy Sunday. What do I got going on for the rest of the day? I need to vacuum. I did it midweek at some point, but it's... The moose bunnies are growing new bunnies. They're multiplying. Got them out for Noble Garden. Very nice. Congratulations. Infinite Dragon came to the good side. I like her. Yeah, I think I'd feel better to get the place cleaned up again. Might be kind of nice. Do a little tidy up, get organized. Love the term. Yeah, they sound cuter than they look. He doesn't seem like a dog that would shed that much, but it really, maybe it's just because we're not in a huge amount of square footage, and we hang out at home a lot, so like it just piles up to a higher amount. Senior researcher defeated. Where? Hello? Oh, bless you. Square footage seems good. Yeah, I can't complain. We've got 2 bedrooms, which is super nice. There's a door right behind where the people are standing. There's a door with a person standing. I see 4 doors. There's somebody in front of that one. That looks closed. There's also a person standing over there, and that one's closed. We're all pointing this way, though. Let's see. I can't click on it, but maybe something will happen. Every door has NPCs next to it, though. Oh, this door has more NPCs. The average long-haired dog sheds 500% of its hair on a daily basis. That's how it seems. Yeah, I feel you on that. Nighthold? Never been here. Listen, I got my infernal mounts, and then I swept all of the data off of the Nighthold brain shelf. My one healer mix sheds an unbelievable amount. Cannot keep the couch clean. I swear by having a machine washable slipcover for my couch that I can just like pop off, chuck in the wash, and then throw back on. And you don't come to visit Goldani every now and then? Bring him a pie. Some tea. Some sourdough bread. I don't know when I'm going to make this quiche that I want to make, because I need to start it about 2.5 hours before dinner time. And that time window is always during Moose's biggest walk of the day. I'm going to have to miss the Moosey walk if I want to make it. Because a lot of the stuff can't be prepped ahead of time. It needs to be kind of like ready to go right away. Am I weird for actually enjoying laundry? I don't think so. I'm kind of there with you. Laundry's like a 7 out of 10 activity for me. Mind you, it helps that, and I always make this disclaimer, I'm only really doing my own laundry. I think that people that get commandeered into doing laundry for others would have a lot, it would be more overwhelming, there would be more to deal with. I'm only really washing and folding and putting away my own things. And it doesn't take a super long time. I like putting on some music and setting up on the bed, and the cat always comes and she sits on my lap while I fold, and it's nice. I enjoy laundry more if I had the units in my own apartment. That is true. That is a huge, huge boon. I'm pretty lucky that I have laundry in unit. It is very loud. To the point that I try not to run laundry if I'm like watching TV or if I'm gonna make a phone call or something like that, because there's nowhere in the place you can really go to get away from the sound of it. But I would take that 10 times out of 10 over having to leave the unit to go do laundry like my parents have to. And even that, the laundry room is better than the laundromat, which is better than the river with the big rock in it. How does Moose feel about the noise? Moose doesn't super mind. Kitty doesn't like it because there's a squeaking sound that she won't walk by them. Like, whatever room she's in when the laundry starts is the room she's staying in until it's done. But Moose doesn't really care. Laundry should only follow personal loot rules. I think if I got into a good weekly routine, wouldn't mind it. Hate to do it when the people who live in my basement are home, because it feels awkward. Yeah, I bet. Even when, like, everybody's perfectly nice, it's still just kind of a bit of a strange thing. Insert disc of tier. Are we getting somewhere with this? Da-da-da. We got another toy. And then they're gonna have a chat. Bullion is currently in PTR 2 per week from a weekly quest. Unclear if that's gonna stay, but we're getting kind of close to season 4, so maybe. Got to know my neighbors a bit via the laundry machines. How's the progress for the achievement? It's coming along. I'm chunking through the quest lines I need to do while I'm waiting for the storms and the world quest that I need. This is A World Awoken. One piece of loot. No, some of them cost 2 and some of them cost 3, depending on what it is. There was a point where my dad tried to pay me to do all the laundry in the house. It was impossible. My laundry is also, the other reason I think I don't hate it is my laundry is quite simple. I don't really wear things that are fussy to launder. The fussiest things that I have are things that I will wash in the machine because it's like a front loader and it's pretty gentle. I'll wash it in the machine and then I'll air dry it. That's the fanciest thing I do. And I would say that I have laundry that needs air drying maybe every, like, I don't know, 2 months. Most of the time I just don't wear those things. I wear, I don't know, stuff that I can just chuck in the dryer and not worry about it. Am I going in here? Or is there a different cave? I guess I'll go in here and find out if it's in here. No, I knew it. Unless this is a portal of some kind. Yeah, storms are still 2 hours. They don't seem to be spawning in pairs anymore, though. Oh, let us get him, so sorry. Hope we can get the coins for Mythic Plus. The weekly quest that was the example on the PTR was for doing dungeons. I wonder if there'll be different ways to do it, or if it'll cycle through different things week to week. New sub badge. Okay. There we go. Oh, we got white scales for the... Oh, for all of them. That's kind of cool. I'll have to check that out. And I've got the title Inksy of the Tears Guard. Did I do it? I did it. We finished 2 of these quest lines, actually. Oh, no, one of them I did last year. Tears Footsteps, I guess I had done already, but we finished the Of Tears Guard. That's good. Problem solved. I did not try trios. I was already done with my renown grind by the time they came out with it, so I didn't feel like I had a huge reason to do it. Reconcilable dissidents. You know what I should do is I should get BTW quests again. I did finish the Blue Dragon quests. Will you try Cortez? I think I'm finished with Plunder unless they drag me back in with more bribery. I enjoyed it, but not enough to do it instead of this. Nobody really wants that. Account bound. Need to send that shield to a character that can use it. Yeah, BTW Quest is an add-on. Let's see if I have it on. Do you collect achievements? Only when there's things that I want from the achievements. So when they're offering me like mounts and pets that I like, I will do them. But outside of that, I don't really worry about them much. I have some achievements, but not as much as people that like go really hard on them. I have 32k achievement points. Okay, so if I want to look at Bronze Reconciliation, is that it? No, active listening skills. Title of Reconciler, Rebel Dragonkin storyline, Reconciliation, this one, okay. So this is a pretty straightforward quest line. We're gonna go to Scale Commander Ebertal. And then go to Azure Span. Get Marathos to safety. Look for a key. Seems pretty straightforward. That one seems pretty fast. Pifky, thank you for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. I apologize for ruining your name, I'm sure. Saves the Wowhead visit? Yeah, it's not too bad. I was using it when I was trying to track down pieces of the Legion class Order Hall campaigns, because is Reconciliation part of Hidden Legacies? Is that the one? Because I had some of them that were like half done. I think it's Hidden Legacies. Well, actually, hang on. Let me see. Don't I have one for BTW? Yeah, I have a /BTW quest macro. We can just stick that in the bar so that way we get a button to pull that interface up and down. Reminder for everyone, stretch, drink some water. Very good idea. I have water, but my stretching is limited by the cat on my lap. Hello? I don't think that's it. I think that's something else that I did already. Yeah, that was the one that we did for the, we've done that already. That's not it. Speak to Scale Commander Emberton. What if I just have to go find her? It's just pulling up this map for me, but where? Maybe I already have it? Hard to say sometimes. That's definitely wrong. Is it this one? Let me see. Back to Wowhead after all. Look up the A Single Wing quest. You're right. That is the one. That's so funny. Oh yeah, now I see it. I was looking for a quest called Go to Scale Commander Embertal. And maybe I've done it already, or maybe, I don't know, it doesn't say I've done it already. Anyways, this is in fact where we start off. I bet you I can finish this before the end of stream. I've only got 20 minutes, but I bet we can do it. Assuming that we find the right thing. Oh yeah, yeah, because they're right here. And then we go to the Azure Span. I'm gonna see if I can fast travel there. This month's reward for the trading post is the Aura pet. It's a little duck pet in a wizard costume. What dungeon are you more excited to do again in season 4? None of them. I don't know. I feel kind of done. Ruin my life pools. Just take us back. Okay, let's do that. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Supershanka. Here, I can pull up the Aura pet to show you. This is what we get for filling the bar this month. Pretty big. Fairly large for a duck. It feels nice to get more achievements checked off this list. The new beginning, I think, is that that Bane quest line that I never did. I can't imagine that one's crazy long. I guess I could find out. Old hatreds. It's longer than this one, but not wild. See a bunch of people complaining about Ruby Life, but Azure Vault was the real hell. I used to just get lost in Azure Vault, or like I would fall trying to do the skip. I was a mess. Yeah, I hear the skip was hotfixed as well. You can't do that anymore. Excited for Azure Vaults and Algathar. Fine with Halls. Oh, I forgot about Algathar. I wouldn't mind Algathar if it weren't for the bird boss. Maybe it'll be better on Holy Priest, but healing the bird boss on Prevoker on like hard tyrannical weeks. Ugh. I don't know about all that. Water Goddess, thank you for the 34-month resub. BTW Quest is the quest add-on that I had up. It should be linked in my add-on spreadsheet. Somewhere. I hope they give us the good student chest. I'm a good student. No, I've never played ESO before. Didn't play it all season 2. Scared about doing them in season 4. Feel like I'll be the only person that doesn't know what they're doing. I don't know. I think there'll be quite a few people that are coming back. But you'll also be able to. You don't have to start on like Mythic Plus. You can start farther back on like normal or heroic or Mythic 0, and with the new difficulty squish, those will be more relevant difficulties that should have like reasonable gear in them without you needing to compete against a timer. Kind of excited about that. But yeah, I know the feeling of being worried about being behind, like everybody else knows something but you. I hate that feeling. Yeah, it's a good tip. You can do follower dungeons too. I have to confront him with words, I suppose. There we go. Mythic Zero will have 493 gear. Oh man. That would be kind of nice to get for alts. Not that it'll be like a super easy to just like walk in and do on a random character, but I don't think it'll be unreasonable. Sundered Shackles Key. I guess just a chance to drop from these specific guys with the orange nameplates. Oh, hang on. There was something I could have clicked on. Something happened. I think I'm doing this wrong. Oh, I think I'm killing them too fast. I think I'm supposed to they stop and then like you can, I think my dots might be, hang on. Let's find another one and let's be gentle this time. Assuming I haven't ruined all of them forever. This one doesn't drop it, I'm just bored. Sundered Flame Loyalist. Survivalist. No, I don't know. But you don't loot them, do you? I'm just gonna wow hit this. There's a trick to it, I'm sure. Found in the cart next to the campfire. Killed 10 mobs before I came here and saw a picture posted. Oh, I betcha I had that moused over when I was like thinking that I'd seen the key on the NPC. I betcha that's what happened. There we go. Problem solved. Never would have guessed it. I wonder why some of the mobs were flagged as quest mobs. It's so strange. How would anyone find that? What would we do without Wowhead? Indeed. It's the true superpower of having a second monitor is just being able to double check stuff whenever you're stuck. Works every time. Hazel, would you mentor a young streamer who's just starting out? Only if it's you. If it's specifically you. I don't know. I don't know how impactful mentoring is for streaming because it's such an individual thing.
We have come only to help our friend.
It is me. If you're so, never mind. I was about to say something that was about to be an unintentional roast. Talk to Emberthal Veldraken. All right, back we go. Computer crashes every time I open Wowhead. Oh no. Well, that's no good. Hi Hazel, hope you're well. Thank you very much. I'm having a real cozy Sunday morning. Just want to finish this quest. And then, yeah, should be pretty close to wrapping up. I am cleaning up the quest lines for Dragon Quests. I didn't do basically any of them ahead of time. So I did the Blue Dragon one, we just did Tyr's Guard. We had Tyr's Footsteps done already. And I'm hoping that we're close to active listening skills for reconciliation. Or maybe that was a different quest line. Complete the Rebel Dragonkin storyline. Maybe there's more. Yeah, we're not too far away. We have some time-gated stuff to do for sure. Storms are gonna stop me up as much as anybody else. Complete the Misty Vale and then the Rebel Resurgence questlines. Oh. Maybe I've just been barking up the wrong tree. Criteria of 1. Would you say you practice good active listening skills? Sometimes. I would not say all the time. To be honest, it's not often that I'm chatting with people. Strauss related takes place in Veldraken, if I recall correctly. Huh. Listen to Alex Strauss's conversation with Instigator Belafon. Rebel Resurgence. Is Red Dawn one of these guys? No. I don't know. I'm lost. I think I might be getting to a point where I'm too hungry to figure out where I'm going. Because that's Hidden Legacies. That's definitely not right. That's Fell Path Through Time. That's Ruby Feast. This Red Dawn is part of like the regular. I'm not convinced, but I don't think that's it. I mean, I did this questline, but I thought that was right. I was just guessing based on the name of it. Pretty controversial. Well. Just do every quest, right? Logging it back in. Got the final Ember Court rep. Thanks, random egg buff. Nice. Let's see. I have a different place in Wowhead I can look to maybe get a clue. Yeah, I guess I should have known it was too good to be true. Just got the race pet. Nice. Maybe I should give that a try instead. Forget quests. Do some archives digging. Excavation up there or down there. You can just feed beef and call it. Ah, that's afternoon though. Do another dig quest. Could I hang on for just long enough to feed beef? My Hearthstone is going to be up in basically exactly the right amount of time to take me back to Veldraken, which is a pretty close. Yeah, it starts in 5 minutes. 5 minutes and 15 seconds. I'm going to be like a couple of seconds short if I go all the way out here, but I don't want to wait around for 5 minutes. Think of all the food you want to eat. I'm having a hard time with meals recently. I know, like, I get hungry, I just don't want anything. It's kind of spoiled of me, I suppose. I end up eating food, but it's hard to get excited about it, which makes it easy to be kind of behind on your day, which is not good for other stuff, because it's hard to function when you're not eating on time. Do you have the Stony Pet from the Revendreth Mirror Network? I believe I do. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you didn't get the carpet. That sucks. All the way up here. I think I'm disconnecting because I keep hitting my dragonfly buttons and nothing's happening. Will I DC if I land? Yeah, I'm definitely disconnecting. Whoa. Are we back? I think we're back. I wanted to see if Inksy could do a barrel roll. See if I can do this quest in 5 minutes or less. 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Probably not. I don't think I'm that fast. It's just a extra action button one, right? Well, you need the thing to be with you. There we go. Gnome Dragon Rider. Can't wait until the Beam Eldraxis flies get dragon dynamic flying. Man. Of all the mounts that currently don't have it, what are you most excited to maybe one day get dynamic flying? Just a general open question. Doesn't have to be something that's like on the list. Because I'm hoping eventually they find a way to add it to everything, even if they look kind of goofy. But yeah, I think the bees would be really cool. Okay, let me amend that. Flying mounts. Mounts that already fly but don't dynamic fly. The carpets? Yeah, the carpets would be fun. They could turn into like a little roll. Agree, the bee! Oh, we got 63% on this. I need to cross the bridge and go the other way. Book from the Mage Tower? Yeah, that might be mine. Yeah, they did fix the Zareth Mortis Wolf. Sorry to report. Druids don't dynamic fly yet, but they're definitely getting it eventually. I don't know if there is any clue spots further down. I was thinking maybe I needed to jump off, but... Yeah. Because I gotta go in 1 minute and 30 seconds. Whether I'm done or not. Got the Phyrexian randomly in an LFR run I did? Nice. Yeah, Alar is definitely coming. Like, Ashes of Alar is getting it, for sure. I want to see the Pandaren kite flap its wings. I want to see the flying disc mounts like the Hearthstone disc just like buzz really hard. Elementals like the Keystone Master from Shadowlands mount. Oh, that would be cool. Hey, there we go. I got Reese too. Woo! New pet for Hazel. I don't think I knew that it was ghostly like that. Looks a bit different on the preview. Alright, 24 seconds, then we're gonna go slam some beef snacks into beef. I don't know if we'll finish the achievement, but we can at least make some progress on it. We're 5 of 20 right now. Yeah. Yeah. Waiting for my druids to get it with their flight form. Need the instant mount, dragon flying out of there. Kasumi, thank you for the 40-month resub. Very much appreciated. Yeah, I wonder if they changed the beef one. It's only 20. We're going. Lickety split. Fast as we can. Seacrest out. Happy mentor. Thank you. Alright. Where's Beef? There he is. He hasn't left yet. We're in luck. Gonna put a big ol' blue square on him. I know you have to find like the slugs. Once he gets going in phase 1. We can pet him ahead of time. Is there any trick to finding them with like a target macro, or do you just look with your eyeballs? I think I'm just looking with my eyeballs. I can't pick them up more than one at a time, right? What's the range on it? Pretty far. There is no defending Beef, there is only feeding snacks. Oh, I didn't get a button for that one. Six more. The focus art target is doing work here. I think we can get this time. Because there is a max range, and it's not like a normal spell where you get the highlight, but you just mash the button until it works. One more. One more slug. Woo! Flight Club! We can now abandon Beef. He's at least had his snacks. He doesn't need to win the war. I got a new mount from that. Yeah, let's go check it out. One bestowed Autic Vanguard. Apparently obtained by 0.19% of players. It's funny that they give like, you know, like the Valdrakken achievement gives an Autic. Finally got the carpet. Nice. I do have the Shadowlands map from the Veilstrider thing. I did Veilstrider back when it was current. Well, that's awesome. I'm happy with that. We are inching closer and closer to A World Awoken. I now, for Across the Isles, need only storm chasing, cataloging quests, one more supplies from climbing. Gets a couple of rares for storms as well. Another 4 of those. And then Tyvan. Petting Tyvan on my Evoker is the last. Not on this character, but on my Evoker. I've got one more Bakar to pet, and that'll do it. Alright. I am done for the week. I will be back next week on Wednesday. In the meantime, best of luck with your final Noble Garden attempts for anyone who is still trying to squeak out the carpet. I appreciate the company today, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day.